Okay. Hope you guys listening to the stream well. Actually, I hit my music. All right, everything should be fixed. Uh, Hello Gao, hello Corda. Welcome, welcome. Thank you again, Gao, for the resubscription. Uh, Today I'm just gonna be like working on some commissions and probably until I have to go for dinner or something. Yeah, I have three commissions like ready for coloring, and then probably a lot to um do some sketches. Oh, thank you, Javi. Thank you for the resubscriptions as well. Enjoy the emotes. How's everyone doing with the Easter holiday? I'm pretty sure everyone has holiday, right? Even though like not everyone might be celebrating Easter. Easter is kind of like a surprisingly um pretty busy in real life for me, but I guess we'll handle. Try to like get a lot of things done before like the month actually ramps up. Hello, Mutant Epic. Doing good. That's great. I've been trying to like learn how to draw fangs better. Like some artists like they I don't know, like I don't think I really want to go for something that looks really realistic, but I don't know. Maybe I just want like that kind of like stylistic middle ground. Like instead of like drawing very accurate teeth and stuff like that, I want to draw that like to the point that it looks good. It looks appealing. Something that I still have to learn, I think. My brother's apparently got the truck he's unpacking that night cancelled, so he doesn't have to work much that day. Okay. Probably have to I probably have to like somehow learn how to draw mouth and fang stuff from those like four artists. Kind of amusing to think about that. He works overnight at Lowe's. Hardware furniture store. Okay, I see. I guess it's kind of like Bunnings in Australia. There's so many different like all these like stores. Like they basically serve the same function, but like we have different brands in different countries. I spent the whole day sleeping. That's that's the best day, so. um, Thank you, Hyena VT, for following. Thank you so much. About work, I always say like I sleep too much, but that's not the case. I guess like because when I'm up, he's always sleeping, and then when I'm sleeping, he's always up, and so he has that um illusion that I sleep too much. Uh, but it's just the fact that I have a really fucked up schedule, like sleeping schedule is all messed up and stuff. I'm trying to like trying to fix it, and kind of failing at it right now. Considering like I'm starting this stream so late just means that I woke up late as well. I really should wake up earlier so that I can stream earlier as well. Like currently it's probably almost midnight for, or already like past midnight for a lot of like you guys in America. So not the ideal time to stream, but it's alright. I just need to get some stuff done. And I think I really prefer to have that kind of like pressure from streaming, because like I guess like it's kind of like the presenter or like the performer kind of pressure. Like you always feel like there's sets of eyes watching what you're doing, and so it kind of like for me personally prevents me from procrastinating too much. I love your work. Are you Australian? I'm not born in Australia, but like I guess you can kind of consider me half an Australian, because like I'm actually from Hong Kong, um, and I'm born and raised there, and for a period of time I was in Australia, and then we all went back to Hong Kong, and then like for uni I came here to Australia, and I've been here for like a 10 plus year already, so half of my life basically have been in Australia. So you can kind of say that I'm like half Australian, half Hong Kong. I don't even recognize Hong Kong as like my home anymore because of like a lot of reasons. But yeah, is that as Brigatito Lucario fusion? No, I don't think so. It's kind of like a Mega Lucario, but like a fusion with some sort of monster. I don't know what it is though. I'm in New Zealand, so we're kind of neighbors. Yeah, we are. Although, like, I don't know, Australia is such a huge country that like sometimes you feel like Australia is almost like a continent by itself. Even though we say like New Zealand and Australia like are neighbors, but they're super far away, like compared to other neighbors from around the world. It's funny though, because like there's actually an experience I can tell about New Zealand. I've never actually been to New Zealand, but I've almost been there once, and that's because I was like applying for permanent residency in Australia. That was like a struggle for like a few years, because like um I'm studying here, and then like I need to wait for Australia to give me the like the not wait for them to give me. Also like I need to like go into go into like a queue of sort, like, and then I need to gather all the qualification. And one of them is like, because back then I wasn't of age yet, not of age, but like a into like a certain age bracket. So it's kind of like a point system, and once you accumulate enough points for the qualification of like that visa, like the permanent residency visa, then you can be added into the queue, and then you have to line up until like they get to your spot in the queue, and then you can finally do all your finalization of your visa. And one of the struggle I had, like even before then, was like this English test, basically like a standardized English test. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, because like not a lot of you guys would have like need that kind of procedure to take a test so for English. And it's basically like just like four categories, like listening, reading, writing, and speaking. That's usually what they test. And I need to go through this test called IELTS, IELTS. And because I wasn't in the age bracket, I need extra point from my standardized English test in order for me to have enough points for the visa. And in order to actually have enough points for the English test, I need to have 8 out of 9 for every single 4 categories that I mentioned. So basically kind of like a 90% for listening, reading, writing, and speaking. And for IELTS, it seems like a lot of times what you say or what you write don't really matter. It's really up to the examiner that you run into. And so like I've tried the test for like tons of times and I never actually got what I need, like, which is 90%. Thank you for the follow, King Kenny. Thank you so much. And so I basically went through that test for like, I think 13 to 15 times. So yeah. And then after that, I'm like, screw it, I'm not doing this test anymore. I need to like do something else that's like, because like, you can tell like my English ability is not bad. I would say like I kind of sound like a local even, but I don't know how, but I never got enough points for my speaking, mostly speaking and reading, both of which are more like subjective marking, I would say. And so because I've been like struggling to get what I need for so many times, I'm like, screw IELTS. I'm just gonna search for something else that I can tick. And what I end up with was like what is it called again? PTE. So a Pearson English test or something like that. And it's the same, like it's also recognized. Happy birthday, HO. Oh, thank you, Rendo, for your subscription. It's not my birthday, but I guess thank you. What was that? Where was I was like saying like, okay, PTE. Yeah, I ended up with like PTE, and it also tests all the 4 categories, but the major difference of it with IELTS is basically that it's like a lot of the components were computerized. Like every single thing that you take in the test, you have to like speak into a computer. You have to type and stuff. Everything is on the computer, and it's also like marked by the computer. And the results come out really really fast. Usually, like I think maybe like at max 2 days, the results will come back. Versus IELTS, IELTS is like you probably have to wait for 2 weeks in order for your things to be marked. And so I took Pearson, and then like it's also marked very objectively, because it's basically only marked by the computer. And as long as like you don't make a lot of like grammatical or like spelling mistakes, it means that a lot of the marks I think will be guaranteed. And after a few tries, I ended up like getting what I need for the English test. Like I actually got 90% out of like 100 for every single component in PTE test. and so that's when I got like enough points accumulated for the visa, and that's great. So now is the next step. I need to wait for my name to be called. Like I get to go into the queue, and I need to wait for the immigration department to um, get to my spot, and then actually like help me finalize the final steps of the visa. Thank you so much for the follow, Ignatius Yoti, I think. Thank you so much. Um, so okay, we still haven't gotten to the New Zealand part. So yeah, during this time, my visa basically, my current like student visa basically has and is going to expire. So what I need to do is basically, if I want to stay in Australia, like I have like few options. Either I go back to Hong Kong and wait until like wait indefinitely until like they actually call my name in the queue, or like I have to keep going out of the country and go back into Australia, maybe with like a visitor visa. And I basically did both. I went back to Hong Kong for a period of time, and then I'm like, I think I need to come back to Australia for some reason. But yeah, that's what I did. But like, I can't stay here indefinitely because like I don't have the valid visa to stay for an extensive period of time in Australia at that time, and so I need to like plan to go out to different countries, go out of the Australian border in order to like facilitate the visa procedure. And the closest place that I can think of that's out of Australian borders is New Zealand. And so I book a flight there, and like with like a visitor visa so that I can come back to Australia afterwards. And I booked that, and then in the interim of like the visa procedure, like my name is finally called. They actually emailed me like, oh, you can do your permanent residency visa now. And then so I'm like, okay, well, the trip to New Zealand basically I don't need to go anymore. I don't need to like spend so much money to for like staying, for food and stuff like that. And so yeah, I planned for like a visit to New Zealand, but I ended up not going. I didn't have to go. Okay, Azad. Welcome. But yeah, that's basically the long-winded story of like how I got my Australian permanent resident. Did I say permanency? Permanent residency visa. It Yeah, it was like a long time coming. I really want to visit like New Zealand someday though. Like maybe that like where they filmed the Hobbits or something. That would be pretty fun. And I heard like there are a lot of like great sceneries there, so it would be great for like photo ops and stuff like that. Oh, makes sense. New Zealand is pretty, so you should visit one day. I definitely should. Yeah. I heard there are also like more sheep than people there. We want to say like considering the population density in Australia is also pretty low. I don't know. I prefer to be like a bit quieter though, like for the surrounding to be quieter. Especially coming from Hong Kong to Australia is like such a massive difference. But it's a difference that I really prefer. I don't really like crowded areas that much. I don't like people. I don't know if you guys like that. Like the other day I was like exploring the CBD, the city of Melbourne, and I came to a realization that like, huh, actually is pretty fun just like strolling around the
Oi!
city. However, I think more about it is that like I don't want to live here. Like I don't want to live in the city, but I can come here for fun, for like just hanging around and for food. Hello, Batuga. Yeah, screw people. But yeah, I think that's like kind of my sentiment towards like a city life or like vibes like that. I think I prefer to live in the rural areas, but for fun and like for hanging out, for activities, I think the city is still quite fun. Living in the city, you know, you have to survive. Yeah. I don't know, for some people they really prefer that kind of busy life and always active, that kind of vibe though. I'm the opposite. I prefer the quiet lives. I'm similar, I live rural, but sometimes I like to visit the city for fun. Yeah, exactly. I just can't I don't know, I can't picture myself going back to the city life. Cause like in Hong Kong, I remember like I guess like yeah, the rural area in Hong Kong is very much for the like richest of rich. Like the housing market is in Hong Kong is like super high competitive environment. And so like if you're not like a millionaire or whatever, you can't actually own like a house by yourself or like a property by yourself. Usually it's like a little apartment that you can barely fit a bed in or something like that. So and then like you walk around the streets, there are like tons of people, tons of traffic, uh tons of like cockroaches, rats. It's just like a major city vibe. And sometimes like even when you go to bed maybe past midnight, there's still like a super loud traffic outside. And that's just how it is. You kind of have to like treat it as like a white noise or like you just never sleep at all. I guess that's why they call it like the sleepless city or something. That was actually a Sonic R reference. Okay, I see. I'm not very familiar with Sonic stuff. Like I really do miss Hong Kong, but mostly actually yeah, mostly political reasons. I just don't want to go back anymore. I feel like it's just not the same city as I remember it. And yeah, I just don't want to face like how it's been changed. And I don't know. The good thing is that like I can cook. So and also like how the internet is so like developed nowadays. So even if I want some sort of like flavor that I can only get from Hong Kong, I can probably recreate it by myself. And I can probably find recipes online as well. The only thing is probably like some of the local ingredients that I can probably struggle to find in Australia. Speaking of ingredients, I was like struggling to find I don't know what it's called. Uh, like some sort of I'll tell you guys what it is first. It's basically raw crabs, like a raw crab meat, and also the crab butter, and it's like stored inside like a can, and it's like marinated with like some spicy Korean flavored. I've been trying to find it around like all the Asian markets, and I just can't find it. I think like there is just not enough like an audience for like all these marts to justify importing them from Korea or something. I found Asian ingredients are much easier to find in Australia than New Zealand. I think probably understand why, because like there are a lot of Asians in Australia. Probably not so much in New Zealand. They haven't they haven't like gone there yet. You still live in Sydney, so maybe it's different there where you live. Lots of Asian groceries in Sydney. No, no, yeah, yeah. Sydney and Melbourne, they're very populated with Asians, so Asian marts are everywhere. But like, what I'm trying to find is like, I guess, quite specific, and it's not very popular with like all the Westerners here in Australia yet, and that's why I don't think um a lot of like these marts are going to import it. Like, do most of you guys even know what crab butter is? I kind of doubt it. So yeah, maybe that's why. I don't know it. Yeah. So crab butter is basically like I guess the sperm and eggs of crabs, basically. Like, and then like at this moment when I mentioned this, a lot of like people would just be grossed out, like, oh, why would you eat the sperms and eggs with like animals? But those are usually the most nutritious and tastiest bits for animals. Like think about like chicken eggs. Chicken eggs is basically chicken period. We eat a lot of like a reproductive stuff from animals, so don't be weirded out. They actually are very tasty. And the crab butter thing is like the usual yellow stuff, yellow orangey kind of stuff from like inside the crab. When you open the crab shell, it's usually stuck with the like underneath the shell, like right where the eyes, like near the eye area, in the center. And the taste of it is like very oceany, slight salty, and kind of like that how should I describe it? Like kind of like savory aftertaste, almost like an egg yolk. Hello, Arao. Thank you so much for the resubscription. Yay. Bling bom bom bom. That does sound very specific and hard to find. Yeah, I guess so. Hydrate. I have to drink. Get some water. I don't know if you guys like eat the prawn brains as well. It's basically the similar stuff. a lot of times like I think about like Western cuisines, and I'm like thinking about all the stuff that they're missing out, just because like there are a lot of like foods and different body parts that Westerners usually they don't prefer to eat, or they don't know that they can eat them, and they end up missing out on a lot of like different textures, different flavors, um, different mouth feels. There are so many things that they're missing out. Thank you so much for the follow, soy gats. I think. Welcome, welcome. Like notwithstanding with like all the seafood stuff, let's just talk about like maybe ox tongue. Ox tongue, I think a lot of people wouldn't eat because they couldn't imagine like maybe kissing with a cow or something. But they're missing out on like probably the best cut of a beef. Hello, Professor Yora. I love ox tongue. Yeah, like I don't know, like a lot of Westerners would refuse to taste ox tongue. They don't want to kiss with a cow or something, but like it's great. If I have to mention, like if I want to describe the overall experience of an ox tongue, is that it's like a bouncy steak. Like the moment you bite into it, it's very bouncy, but it's also a little flaky when you chew it. Full of ox flavors, not a lot of fat, but it's still very bouncy and very beefy. The best cut of those, like usually when you order them outside, they give you like these like thin slices of ox tongue. Those are not that great. If you could, and if you really want to try out ox tongue, find some where they give you like thick cut of it, almost like a maybe half an inch. If it's like thick cut like that, those are great. You can cook it like any with anything. It's great. You can just sear it by itself. You can usually for Hong Kong style cafes, they'll like put it in um, other sauces like onion or garlic or black pepper sauces. You can do a lot of things with them. It's my favorite when I go to barbecue. Yeah, yeah. Although like again, like when you go out to like barbecues or like restaurants, they like what I really don't like about like ordering ox tongues out there is that they usually serve them like really thin. I feel like it defeats the purpose of like ordering cow tongue, because like when you have ox tongue, you want that kind of bouncy textures. But like if you cut when you slice them very thinly, it means that like it loses out of all of that kind of like texture. Like maybe because they didn't know how to tenderize it before or something like that. But yeah, it's just, in my opinion, it's just not the correct way of like having ox tongue. Why are we talking about ox tongue? Because I was like talking about how like I couldn't find a certain ingredient here in Australia, and then I segued into like saying how a lot of like a lot of food Westerners they tend to avoid when they're really just missing out in a lot of like interesting textures and flavors. I would say it's kind of like my passion in life to test out food and like experience different textures, different dining experiences, etc. That's actually kind of what I've been discovering about myself. Like, some people's like love language would be to constantly give presents, like give gifts, or like other stuff. I don't know, buy stuff for other people. But for me, I think it's more like to go for experiences. Like I don't care if like you buy me a gift or anything, but like I will appreciate it. But like I would prefer more if we have like some sort of like experience planned, or like just going to a restaurant or something, like a new restaurant, explore food adventures, things like that. I think that's kind of what I prefer. And like it doesn't even have to be like the greatest restaurants. Like even if it tasted bad, I think it's still like great as an experience. Like the most important thing for me personally, I think, is to like experience stuff and to make memories. I think that's kind of like what I've been like realizing. How interesting to like to finally have that kind of realization, because like throughout my life I guess I just never had that kind of chance to stop and think about like what do I want, what do I what do I like, what am I like as a person, I guess, things like that. Like probably because of the environment and things like that I have to do a certain period of time that I just could never really stop and just think about myself. I just don't go outside and work on weird crossover stuff. Okay, I see. Hello, Petro. I've always been told that like I'm not what's the word? I'm not very what's the word? Eh? Like someone who's like very aggressive and know what they want in life and want to achieve big things. What's that word? When I'm working on Pokemon Trainer Superman, I don't know why. Let's see. Okay. If they're Superman already, wouldn't they just don't need the Pokemon? I thought Pokemon is like kind of like an extension of like a superpower for the trainer. Yeah, now I'm like troubled. Like I really want to figure out what that word I'm trying to say is. Um, I don't know. I lost my word. What's that word? What's that word? Not ruthless, not motivated. Nah. Determined? No, that's not what I'm trying to say. Enthusiastic? No. High reaching? Something along the line of high reaching. I don't know. What am I trying to say, like, from that? Ambitious, yes, ambitious. Thank you, Elixir. Ambitious is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I'm not. I've been told like I'm not that ambitious of a person, and yeah, I think I agree. And I don't really mind of like being ambitious at all. Like I feel like reaching heights and like doing big things is not necessary for everyone, and it's also not necessarily like things that you have to attain in life in order to be happy. Like I don't think I'll be happy even if I've like earned so much money or like have like achieved big things. I don't think that's like what truly make me happy. I think like for me personally, I think I just like to experience life and like do things that make me happy. And that's good. I think, yeah. I just want to like go travel to different places, try out the different um traditions and try out like authentic food, experience their culture. That's kind of what makes me happy, I think. This is like kind of when we have to cue the Beyonce song. what's what's your aspiration in life? And she starts singing Pretty Hurts. Oh, I've been meaning to ask everyone. Let me preface this first. Let me find it. Any let's see, let's see. It's related to like an overlay that I'm trying to make. So it's inspired by Spy Family, and this is the video that I want to talk about. So in this video, it's like a Anya in like a floating space with all the items that kind of represents her or like is kind of related to her. It's just kind of all of them are like kind of spinning in space, and I kind of want to do something like that for my stream overlay when I make a new one, and it'll feature a lot of like items that probably represent me, and I'm struggling to kind of figure out what represents me, and I'm just curious like what you guys think. My PC is overheating from game editor software. I withdraw. I work about fan project on my iPad later, so my PC can still watch a stream. Yeah, oh, okay, I see. But yeah, for my overlay, I'm planning to kind of animate something like this, and then there's gonna be like a lot of things to animate, so we shall see if it works. I thought of like multiple stuff already, but I'm just curious what you guys think. Maybe I should ask like some other time when like more people are awake though. Probably pretty late at night for a lot of people, so it's fine. I wonder if I should line the markings. In the reference they're lined, but I guess I should line it. What is that line there? Okay, no, never mind. It's just a scribble. Let's see. Go like this, I think. Somewhere here. And here it'd be like this. It kind of amuses me because, like, I remember when they first introduced Mega Lucario and Megalopony, I thought they were kind of like stripper coded, like not with all these like suspenders and like ripped leggings and stuff like that. They always look like stripper stuff to me. I guess that's kind of how the fandom treated them anyway. Yeah. Oh, hello, Abracadamas. Interesting name. Thank you so much for the rate. Let me give you a shout out. Yeah, how have you guys been doing? Hope you guys had a nice stream. I'm mostly just doing some commissions right now. This Lucario. I do a lot of like Pokemon and furry art stuff. Usually when you see me stream, I'm working on commission or something. Yeah, I'm not very much an alcoholic. It's just that I need to survive. How are you doing? I'm doing okay. Just finding some time to do work. Pretty late for a lot of like people in America though, so not a lot of people around. I think the chat is not super active. It's okay too. I'm just like mostly doing my stuff. I was playing some party animals, then we went to Fortnite. I see, I see. I really want to play party animals, but I feel like I was pretty excited when the demo was out, playing it quite a bit. But then when the final game came out, I just kind of don't prefer that kind of gaming model, I guess. It's almost a little bit grindy in my honest opinion. And so like it kind of like just threw me off. The art looks amazing, thank you so much. Good day. Hello, Siono, I think. Alright, the lineup is done. The color palette is actually here, so I'll merge this first and then put it in the reference. Thank you so much for the follow, Ciano. Cia C Cia Ciaono. I thank you for the follow, Abraca. Do tell me if you guys hear a lot of noise in the background. My mom is vacuuming right now, so it might show up on screen. So let me know, and I'll like temporarily mute myself for now. If like it bothers you guys. I don't know if like my mic is cutting it out or not. It doesn't seem like the chat is like responding too much of it though, so I guess it didn't bother you guys, which is good. I guess the mic is doing its job. She's coming up the stairs, so I'll probably mute until she's done here.
Okay, might be done for now. Maybe more later though.
Hmm. The ear parts, I think, might need a little bit of a different color. It's kind of blending in. I'll probably change it to this color. I think it looks a little better. Yeah.
Thinking about it, you'd probably like the manga and anime Dungeon Meshi or Delicious in Dungeon. Yeah, yeah. Um, we currently have already caught up with both of the animes of Freewind and Spy X Family, and so the next thing we're gonna check out is Dungeon Meshi. We just don't really have time right now, but in maybe a couple of days, we'll actually like start watching Dungeon Meshi. Yeah. If you bring swapping items for your stream layout, I associate you with lots of Pokemon art, so probably items from Elysium like the Odyssey or Laconian Armband. Maybe with some Hong Kong dishes you like, and the beat from your dragon form. Oh, those are actually good ideas. Maybe a bolo bao, pineapple bun. That's a good idea. I'll write it down. Hoi. Thank you so much. Hello, Hoi Ninja. Thank you so much for the follow, Perf. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I think like from understanding the premise of the show, I already think that it's like a kind of like a show that I would like. I like food. I like world building and character building. So yeah, I have high hopes for it. Gotten very popular for a reason after all, yeah. I thought it's gotten popular because of all the male panty shots. At least that's kind of what I saw in a lot of like Twitter posts. Bolo bao and potat yum clap? What is yum clap? Yum clap? What? Oh, yum, comma clap. Yes, bolo bao. I don't know about potat. Potat is kind of more like a. I don't know. Is it a Singaporean stuff? I don't know. I'm not sure. Hoi! Hoi! Ring-a-ling! They usually sell them in Hong Kong bakeries here, but probably more linked to Macau and Singapore. Yeah, it is. Um, if we're talking about Hong Kong specifically, it's more just egg tarts, not the ones with like a creme brulee top. The creme brulee top, like interestingly, is more associated to Hong Kong KFCs. I don't know if like that's the case for a lot of like other places, but in the Hong Kong KFC, they have like egg tart with creme brulee top, usually sold as kind of like a complimentary dessert, I guess, in KFC. I think in most other Asian countries they also have that, but not so much in Western countries. I wouldn't expect it to be associated with KFC. Yeah, yeah. It's actually funny because like a lot of people go to KFC to eat the potat, the Portuguese egg tart, instead of the chicken. The other more popular item is the mushroom rice. I think it's like mushroom gravy on no mushroom gravy on potatoes, mashed potatoes. Like that one is more of a popular item than their chicken, which is very funny. It's like at least to me, I never remember going to KFC specifically for their chicken. I never really liked their chicken to begin with. It kind of mid. Like, even in Australia, I never really liked the chicken meals in KFC. The only thing that I would order from them is the wicked wings. That's the only good item that I would really order. Actually, same with McDonald's here as well. Like, I never really liked the McDonald's in Australia. The only item that I would actually get from McDonald's here is the chicken nuggets. That's it. Nothing else. The chicken nuggets is actually better than KFC's, in my opinion. McDonald's chicken nugget here, at least here in Melbourne, I don't know about other places. They're like they have like a crunchy shell and tender inside. Versus KFC, the KFC chicken nuggets are like soft throughout. I don't like that. It still serves as like a chicken nugget, like a just finger snack. But if I have to compare the two, then definitely the ones from McDonald's one. Anytime I hear about fast food chains in these Asian countries, it sounds so much more appealing than anything in North America. Yeah, that's definitely it. Because like in East Asian countries, like the McDonald's there actually have a lot of different uh seasonal promotional items, which are like usually very special. And I actually really miss one of those. I think it's called Shake fries, Shake chips. Hello, Shallow Jade, welcome. Essentially, it's basically just chips, but they give you like a little paper bag and also like a packet of flavoring, and then you can kind of like put chips and the flavoring packet all together into like a paper bag that they give you, and then you shake, and then the flavoring will get stuck on the hot chips, and then it will change the flavor of. My voice is very low. Okay. I'll put that in mind. I'll move the mic closer to my face as well. Um, yeah. So like the flavor packet will change the flavor of the chips, which is very nice actually. Like some of the flavors are like great. I remember the best one that I really prefer is the seaweed one. I really like that. And then there's also honey soy. Sometimes there's like a spicy kind of chips. All of them are very nice. And then I remember there's also like a period of time where they serve rice burgers in McDonald's. It always like kind of intrigues me though. It's so puzzling why like fast food chains, I think they kind of originate from Western countries, but somehow all the fast food chains in Western countries I don't prefer. I think they taste really bad. And in Asia, all of the fast food chains taste better somehow. Oh, that being said, I don't think it's fair to say like for example, just because the fast food chains in Western countries did not as good as Eastern countries, it doesn't mean that like for example, classic burger and chips, those I still prefer the ones that I can get from Western countries. Although I would not get them from fast food chains, and instead I would just go to like pubs or like local restaurants. Those are usually great. Heard about those fries before. It sounds really good. Yeah, they're great. You can probably like make your own though. But like instead of like a, I don't know, I don't know how you actually get the flavor packet. Maybe just from like instant noodles or something. That would be interesting actually. But maybe it will be a bit too salty. All right, this is coming together. That's great. 信じられる信じられる死の谷を海の広さを信じられる信じられるでもさ一つ追い風の膝を空を信じてみる呪い死の愛を信じてみるI like doing all these streams and I'm like thinking about how people do those 24-hour streams and stuff like that. How do they manage it? I wonder. I'm doing like only a short stream and I'm already like kind of running out of ideas to talk about. How do they how do they like go through like 24 hours of it? I guess they usually have like people to hang around with as well. Like maybe friends on like a voice call. So like they have someone there to kind of bounce with. Right? Hello, Brief Fluff. Welcome, welcome. I should like probably change my title to like Chinese right now. It's like all the Americans asleep. We can all speak Chinese now.
Oi!
Hello, Raichu Knight. Been here since near start of the stream, been playing on physical copy of Pokemon Gold. Oh, those are like the nostalgic days. I think I like the Crystal more though, because of all the animated sprites. I think I don't recall too much of it. Hello, Saberspace. Thank you so much for the raid. Let me give you a shout out. Hope you guys have like a fun stream. What have you guys been doing? Sprite animation did not start until Crystal and didn't return until Gen 5. Yeah. Just working on my Instagram banner. Oh, sounds fun. Do they actually have banner on Instagram? I thought that's just like for Twitter. I never actually customized too much of my Instagram, and I feel like I don't have a lot of like audience there, so I kind of stopped updating. It's not an actual banner, it's just the first three pinned posts together make it look, oh those kinds. I see. Gotcha. I can't get enough of this white rim light technique. I'm just gonna like rave about it every stream. It's just so effective. Like I haven't even started shading yet, but you can already kind of see the definition of the character. It's just astonishing how well it works. shading.
The foreground's actually interfering with my shading technique, so to like hide it first. still have so much to learn from art. Like I feel like sometimes I need to like learn more about just subtlety in shading, and sometimes like I have to always shade everything. Like it might muddle up the colors, and that's something that I still have to like consciously put into my mind when I draw, and kind of like suitably stop myself. Like this is enough. Stop. Like you don't need to do so much. You don't need to do too much actually. Did I do the lighting on? Did you have a good day? Thank you for coming. Have a good day for you too. Um, Maybe orangey red. Even a bit more red might be good. Is right looking Lucario? Yeah. Interesting palette. I guess especially with like Mega returning for Arceus. Not Arceus, sorry. Legends CA.
hype for Mega is coming back, I guess. I guess a lot of people also have already given up hope for like returning gimmicks, I guess. A lot of people just like kind of given up on like, oh, Mega is just never gonna return. They actually pulled it. Although it's kind of like borderline on like a side game. I don't know. Do they even treat Legends as a main game anymore? I think it needs to be darker, and then the lighting can be stronger as well, maybe, or perhaps not. Ooh, thank you Hyperblast for subscription. It's the second month. Enjoy the time here, enjoy the emotes. Thank you so much. I don't know, maybe the character can be more saturated as well. Let's give it a bounce light maybe. Will probably help it pop a little more. 感じたままに進む天然でその日をEvil Lucario, yeah. It reminds me of the one in anime who treated Pikachu like a golf ball. That was kind of funny, actually. They actually had the balls to have Lucario beat up their mascot. Touch. Hello, murder. How have you been? Surprising to see you guys here, like, considering it should be quite late in America already. Should say like, dang it, I've been trying to avoid you guys. How come you guys still can find me? No, just joking. Uh, yeah. It's actually only 11 p.m. for me right now. Oh, I see, I see. I don't know, like, all the daylight saving is kind of confusing nowadays. Yeah. I'm doing okay though. I've been having a lot of work for college, but I'm trying my best to balance it with writing my stories and exercising and stuff. You know how it is. Yeah. That's how in real life goes. Everyone's just struggling to keep their life together. Hello, Zao. Welcome, welcome. Oh, hello, Jay. Thank you so much for the subscription. 5 months already. Have I been streaming for 5 months already? Almost, I guess. I think I started on. Eh? I thought I started late November. How can you have already like 5 months? Did you subscribe to me already before I stream? That's interesting. The math is not mathing. I don't know, whatever. Just about 5 months, I guess. I don't know. But I thought it's like the end of. Well, I guess it's 5 months. Sure, we'll believe in Twitch. What else do I have to add on this piece? I think I'm almost done. Very blessed to see my boy again in today's page. You mean Vargas? Yeah, he's gonna be in a few pages. Maybe we're seeing a lot of the Laconians. Not so much with the other main character though. We haven't been seeing much of like Leon at all. Like, I don't know. Is he like the main character anymore? I don't know. I feel like it when the main characters are gone from episodes for a little bit, it gives more time for the side characters to grow. Yeah, I agree. I agree. No, it's just frustrating for me too. Sometimes, like I feel like Leon is like the status of him is like a main character, but sometimes I don't feel like he's a main character at all. I don't feel like he's done much. Has he done anything significant? Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. Development wise, yeah. And it's kind of all in the hands of Sly, though. I've already reflected some of the concerns. I guess it's just to see if he will reflect that or not. Good things are coming for him soon, though. It helps that we've kind of gone through the build up for his character. I think obvious. I don't know what you and Sly had planned, but I feel like things are going to start reflecting more of the payoff for him now. I hopefully so. I do hope so as well. Like I don't actually hold the helm of the story. Like I give some reflections and suggestions and stuff. Like ultimately, it's like on Sly whether like he write it into the story or not. we have like the main frames of like what we want to happen in certain periods of time, but no, nothing is like really set in stone. I feel like this arm needs to be in the shadow a bit more as well. That looks good. Want some sprinkles everywhere. Let's see. Some of these dust stuff. One minute ad. Oh. I don't know. I think like they're all randomized by stream it by Twitch itself. uh, Thank you so much for the follow, Poils the cat. Welcome, welcome. I'm the kind of guy that has to write in the broad strokes in every step. The most that I change last minute is small moments. I didn't know Sly had that kind of style, to be honest. At least it's good for feedback. Yeah, it is. Yeah, there's still like some freedom to change after like getting feedback or like getting responses from the audience, I guess. は今の受けて明日の先へただえあえの場所へもうちょっとほら笑わないでもうちょっと君がのながらを見ないで待っているよ。This merits to being flexible for sure. Yeah, yeah, definitely.さない合う夜の中で君の二人たどり着いた未来で大丈夫思いはきっと大丈夫使わう意味な夢の先へ今を受けて明日の先で誰々君へもうちょっと笑わないでもうちょっと気が空がないな二人を包むの愛世界に響いた好きだよなななななだだだだだ Okay, I think this is done. Let's see. Oh, did I even time myself? I don't think I timed myself, but I can actually get the timer from the stream itself. So around 3:30 maybe, and 5:30. That sounds okay. You can join the club with mine. Okay. What kind of club is that? Evil Lucario Club is a club for Evil Lucarios in Pokemon Stories. I see. just subvert all the expectations, like because they're always like portrayed as a good guy, just make them bad guys instead. That's usually pretty fun, actually. I think for the rest of the stream, I'll do some sketches. Let me check what this commissioner want for the files. Da, da, da. Oh, only PNG. Okay, I see. For this one, I'll save this like this. Product for my story isn't human, though the villain is. I see. Like actually, you can do a lot of like classic story stuff, um, like classic tropes and stuff, but just flip it around, and it will actually feel pretty fresh. Right. Let me upload this, and we'll move on to the next commission. Okay, and then oh, this one here. That's one of my favorite parts too, when subversion is with a purpose, not just to be subversive for the sake of it, because like it's easy to just trick people for no reason. Yeah, definitely. That's kind of like why Jujutsu Kaisen has fallen off. They kind of like did the subversion thing, but like I don't want to spoil them. I don't want to spoil much, but like they basically failed at doing it. What's the next thing I need to do? Um, this one here. Not really. That sucks. I heard from friends that Jujutsu Kaisen was like Demon Slayer but good, because that one kind of fell off too. Not gonna lie. Eh, I don't know about that, because like they are kind of different in the sense that I think for Demon Slayer, it's kind of like a mostly flat. Like most of the story plots is kind of like flat, just going on a steady pace. Well, that's not bad per se. It's just like more predictable, I guess. It's just the more predictable, the more you can see where things are going. I don't think that's like necessarily a bad thing to tell like a like I don't want to say it's like a flat story. It's like a uh, normally progressing story, if that makes sense. Like, but for Jujutsu Kaisen, like I don't I don't know. Like, I think it also has a setting for me personally. Like, I just don't think that's how I would portray like the Jujutsu thing. Like, it doesn't have a lot of relation to like people. It's more so just like them throwing big skills and flashy stuff on each other and call it a day. I don't feel like that's how I would approach Jujutsu. Like, I don't think that's how most people should see it. So fundamentally, like from the world setting point of view, I already have a lot of problem with it. And yeah, I don't know, it never pulled me in. But like whatever they did at the more recent sides, it just pissed off a lot of people as well. And it just kind of exacerbate like what people saw before but they chose to ignore. Like a lot of problems were already there. It's just as now there's this like stunt that the author tried to pull and failed at it, that people are starting to realize, oh, this problem has always been there. It has a steady pace and sticks with it. No real downtime and stuff. There are downtimes in Demon Slayer, but yeah, I would say like mostly just like a steady, like very steady slope for the plot. And I guess for some people they would just say like, oh, because of like it's so steady, it's also easier for the mass audience to kind of like follow, right? And that's why it has gotten a lot of attention and a lot of like a popularity, because like you don't need to be like super hardcore into comics and like manga and stuff in order to follow the plot of Demon Slayer. And there's something very interesting. I don't know if it's just everywhere in the world or mostly Japan, but they kind of hate mainstream stuff. Like if something starts to become like super mainstream, they start to hate it. And a lot of hate for Demon Slayer comes from that, I feel. But like if you just like look at the whole story like by itself, I don't think it has a lot of like major problem. So it's just like, again, it's steady, it's predictable, but it's still good. Hello, Sir Penchius fan. Welcome, welcome. I'm doing good. How are you? Thank you for the follow, Sir Pretentious, and also, oh, hello Aries, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the resubscription. Oh, for Demon Slayer? No, 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 I'm talking about Demon Slayer. I just kind of fell off JJK after the first season, and also a little bit of the second season. I don't know if you should call it the second season or more like 0.5 or something like that. I don't know. I need to come. I need to like look at our conversation again, Aries. I need to see what we're actually doing. Uh, the thing on the left arm. Oh, okay, I see. I think my biggest problem with Demon Slayer is kind of just how each arc is like the same thing. They all follow the same formula, and especially around the most recent arc, the or Demon Slayer, I got really disinterested. Yeah, a little bit. It's growing too popular among kids, and it makes me hate it more. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Like, it seems like a lot of people will hate it because it's mainstream, when it's still a passable show, you know? Like, the show Demon Slayer by itself, it doesn't have any problem. Like, major problem at least. But a lot of people choose to not like it, mostly because it's mainstream. And I don't know if it's like a valid criticism to the comics quality as a whole. I don't know. The animation saved the show in just that. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, the animation definitely helped a lot with Demon Slayer. There's also the songs. I think I don't know. I think it's a combination of both. Like Homura actually made the show like much more popular. It became like it became like Japanese anthem even. Although I can't say that for the coming season for Demon Slayer. The song is not great, in my opinion. I don't know if it will grow on me, but like at this moment, I don't like it. I really don't care for the new season's song. さよならの共に終わるだけなんだ。七よぎと別りもたつこぼれた横浜違うな。それでも何回だってきっとそう何年だってきっと始まりに戻るのはできないな。なんで思ってしまうよばかりもたつこぼれた横浜に少し冷えた朝だ Thank you so much for the follow, King KFC. I think. So also would make the arms and legs not too long. I want to keep it as like chibi kind of size. Okay, that's fine. It's kind of already quite chibi. But I can make it more stubby, I guess. It looks a bit too mean. feel like the head needs to be fixed a little bit. It's placed a little too far to the front. It makes the neck a little too long looking. Maybe something like this, and maybe bigger for the head so that he looks even more chibi. And then the frill actually covers both of the anatomy on the back. The neck here needs to not be cut off. Not quite sure about the scythe, like circle part. Is it like the end? Back on the end side of it. Oh, okay, I see, I see. Okay, so. Is it too big? You are the Australia and speak English or another language? Uh, I'm not quite sure what you're saying, but yeah, I'm not an Australian, but I am in Australia right now. I do speak English and Chinese, yes. It is okay to be big? Okay, that's great. Characters with weapon the same size or bigger than they are, my beloved. Yeah, you also have that. It just gives me Cloud Strife kind of vibe, I guess. I'm terrible in English. Oh, what language do you speak? Foxy Lover? I'm sorry, I can mostly only speak in English on stream because most of the audience here speak English, so I want most people to understand what I'm saying. So forgive me if I can't speak too much in other languages. I love small characters with oversized weapons, especially when it's something like a huge warhammer. I have a Turtwig character who fights with the super big wood hammer. He carries it with his vines. Ah, I see. I was gonna say like, how does a Turtwig hold a hammer? And then you said the vines. I see, I see. uh, the cloth on the waist is actually a scarf, like in the picture. Okay, all right. Um, and the okay, so he's gonna have like an armband. My Mandarin is a basic, even though I'm half Chinese. I see. That's alright. That's alright. Thank you, Stephen Wolf, for the hydrate. It's very beneficial to learn Mandarin though, to hone it, I guess. Especially for the climate nowadays. There are just a lot of like people who speak Chinese on the street every single, like everywhere you go, and I don't know. There's always like having a second language in your what am I trying to say? I lost my word. Oops. Like having another language in your tool belt is always like very helpful. I can actually speak Spanish as well, though I'm better at reading it and listening to it than speaking it myself. My brain gets mental blocks for it. Let's see. Armband. It's an armband, and then there's also a waist scarf. Thingy. I feel like if it's a scarf, then I can also add some sort of like flowy bits. Maybe a bit higher. Is a hat based on the hat that Brandon from Pokemon RSC wears? That's super cute touch. Yeah. Aries actually asked about it. It's not exactly the same, but the style is the same. Alright. I don't really know what to do for the background. I don't know what effect to give it. Thank you so much for the follow, Dark Gub. Oh, hello everyone. Thank you so much for the raid Rolo stuff. Let me give you a shout out. Welcome, all the raiders and everyone. Hope you guys have a nice stream at Rolo Stuff place. What have you guys been doing? Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for the follow, Gatinha Di Cryo. Welcome. Thank you for the follow, Curry Pops. Drawing with a crazy dog and cat. I see. We're acting and thought you were a good candidate to raid. I see. Thank you so much for the raid. I'm a digital artist. I do a lot of like Pokemon and furry stuff. And then what else should I say? I do a lot of like commission on stream. Usually if you see me streaming, I'm doing a lot of like these commissions. If you want to check out all my recent art, you can see all the things on the top right. The top right tab has a lot of my recent commissions. And then you can also visit all the links in my link tree. There's Twitter, there's Picardo, all the things you can find there. So if you enjoy the Pokemon art and furry art, just go check all of them out. And yeah, thank you so much again for the raid. Hope you guys enjoy the vibe here. It's usually very chill, very quiet. And also thank you for the follow, Big Kivo, I think. The self got little claws like accessories at the end of it. Oh. Claws. Oh, okay, I see. Sure. Thank you for the follow, Cat Bird. Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone. Cool, Makib, you got there? Yeah, that's Aries. He's in the chat right now. Thank you for the follow, Roll stuff. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go check out your streams later. Like maybe like the bots and stuff. Without those, like crystals or something, no problem. Yeah, I wouldn't be streaming for too much longer anyway, because like my dinner time is almost coming. So yeah, maybe like after this sketch, or maybe one more. I don't know. Oh, you guys can also check out like what I've done earlier today, this on this stream, this Lucario thingy. Another one of the commissions, and I still have quite a lot lined up. But like again, I probably have to go for dinner afterwards, so I wouldn't be working on them later on the stream. But yeah, I just finished coloring this one on stream just now. So if you guys want to check out like the progress and stuff, you can go back to the thoughts later and and see the progress later. But yeah, and then there's also these ones that I still have to work on. Maybe after dinner later at night. And Mega Lucario looks absolutely diabolical. I think that's kind of what the commissioner wants, so I guess I achieved it. Aries, what kind of element would you describe your character to have? Like either your character or the scythe. I don't really have a lot of like a idea of what to add to the background, so maybe I'll just like do some of these like slashes and energy, whatever, just swirling around. I think it will look pretty cool. Darken eyes because it can use curse. Oh right, I thought I think you mentioned about something about curse. I don't think I've reflect that on the commission yet. Sure, maybe I'll do that then. Yes, crossing feud. I want to hear more from Lisa. I think the most like reason and also significant song that she has sang would be the one for Spider-Man across the eh across the multiverse. Is that what it's called? Thank you so much for the follow, Toxapite. Welcome, welcome. I think I butchered your name. I'm sorry. That was actually right. Okay, I see. For Cross the Spider First, it was the Japanese release. Yeah. That's it. Hey. I think for the Mudkip, I'll give him more like an icy kind of like tone for these effects on the ground. And then for the for the scythe, then you could use the curse energy. It's a bit too dark. Looks pretty good. Maybe with like a border as well. You can also add the big logo in the background if you can't think of anything for the background. I don't know, like, aren't we going to have that for the armband as well? Wouldn't that be a bit like, you know, duplicated? There's one thing that I kind of miss from Photoshop is the fact that like they have more layer effects. Like there's some in here for CSP, like the border effect and stuff, but they don't have that the blur thingy, and I kind of miss that. Thank you for the follow, Eric the Elite. Welcome, welcome. Alright, gotta go to bed. It was really good getting to see your stream, so yeah. Alright, good night, Murder. Thanks for hanging out. Hope to see you again next stream. I don't like that. Eh? Oh, I even did it in the wrong layer. I'll do it again. Do I have a brush that can do multiple colors in one stroke? Um, let's see, let's see. Not exactly what I want. I have to manually. I think this looks pretty good. Yeah, I think we'll start from here. Like this looks pretty presentable already. think I'll stop here for today's stream. Thank you everyone for coming. Whether you're new or old, go check out my art if you like everything that you've seen here. What else do I have to say? I stream in kind of like an irregular time period, so like if you want to like stay update on like when I stream, go and follow my Twitter. I always announce there. Yeah, thank you so much everyone. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night, whatever. And yeah, I'll see you guys again soon. Let's see if there are any people that we can, you know, keep the art train going, I guess. Oh, it's been a while since Kuto. I've seen Kuto, so let's go with Kuto. Alright, I'll see you guys in Kuto's stream. And yeah. I'll put it on my end stream first. But yeah. Thank you everyone for coming again. I hope you guys enjoy your stay here, and I hope to see you guys again. Bye bye everyone. Where's the start rate button? There it is. Alright, see you guys in Kuto's stream. Like if you have my emotes, then spam the bling bam bam bomb for the rate message or whatever. Alright, see you guys. Bye bye.